Time for the final run into the January transfer window. Moving across the Christmas period, we've Crystal Palace on the 23rd, and then Chelsea on the 26th, and Leicester on the 29th before we reach January the 1st. Now, I mentioned yesterday that we're not sure how much money we're going to have. We will find out for sure at the end of this episode when the players that are set to leave us will leave, and we'll find out exactly what we've got available. My scouts have come back with players that could be available on a pre-contract. I searched England, Spain, Italy and Germany, and my scouts only found one player from Germany and the rest are all from England. Nobody in Spain or Italy came back as a potential pre-contract signing. So this is literally these are literally only the 7 players that have come back to me. Danny Ings is obviously a player that I'm not going to sign. Danny Welbeck is a player I'm not going to sign. Todd Cantwell, really don't think I'm going to sign him either. Josh King, we were interested in him earlier on in the save, but he's 29, he's aging, we're starting to look a little younger than that now, so I'm going to remove Josh King. We have Lewis Cook, who used to play for Leeds, as a potential pre-contract signing, although he doesn't look that good technically, just his passing and his dribbling. Although he would be a decent all-rounder. I don't know what his actual overall potential is. Let me quickly check FIFA literally whilst we're recording here. Lewis Cook, obviously dynamic potential can take over. His overall potential by default is 82, so he's almost maxed out already, and it would take a season and a half to get him to grow any further than 82 with regards to dynamic potential. So what's James Ward-Prowse's potential? Let's have a quick look. So James Ward-Prowse, 79 he starts. His potential is 83. He's currently 81. So even though he's 3 years older, his potential is actually slightly higher. And it has previously been as high as 84. And obviously with dynamic potential, we could get him slightly higher. And whilst he's not as good physically as Lewis Cook, technically he's superb and would be a great addition to the team. With potentially James Milner, well, probably James Milner going to leave us in the summer, with Callum Wilson potentially leaving us in the summer as well. I might be open to getting Divock Origi on a free. It depends what you guys think we should do. They're both relatively expensive, and we don't. Well, I know for sure I'm not going to have upwards of £25 million to buy these guys. I don't want to sign loads of players on pre-contracts because I don't want to abuse the system. But one of these 3 I would like to sign. And personally, I'm leaning towards James Ward-Prowse. But it's up to you guys. If you reckon I should sign Prowse, I'll sign Prowse. If you think Lewis Cook, I'll sign Lewis Cook. If you think Origi, I'll sign Origi. If you see someone else comment a name, make sure you thumbs up that comment as well as leaving your own, so that the more popular ones rise to the top, and obviously I can see the top rated comments and I can act accordingly. Like I say, my personal preference is James Ward-Prowse, but feel free to vote your own way. Don't take what my preference is into account when making your own decision, because Milner's probably going to leave. We do have a number of centre mids. Nangolan, Bowen is playing at Cam at the minute, but Tyler Roberts can play there. Shackleton, we've got Calvin Phillips. Although to be fair, if I sell Milner and Forshaw's going to leave me on a free, actually, I've not got that many centre mids. So maybe I could do with signing Lewis Cook or James Ward-Prowse, and then we'll look to buy a striker. Playing it by ear, because Callum Wilson's going to be 30 soon, if he isn't already. No, he's 29. Augustin's 24, so there's plenty of growth left in him. Regardless, we've got Crystal Palace today to start us off. We are in okay form. We were actually quite poor yesterday. Actually, no, we weren't poor yesterday. Goalkeepers were playing very well against us yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. And unfortunately, we only picked up 1 point from 3 games. We could have at least had 4, but it didn't go my way. Hopefully today our fortunes change, and we'll start with a trip to Selhurst Park to try and turn that around. I'm actually going to start Jack Clark and Ryan Kent. Actually, I'll change the entire front 3 here for stamina, and we'll put Calvin Phillips in ahead of Rajan Angolan as the holding midfielder there. Riedewald was actually kind of at fault for one of Brighton's goals, or for Brighton's goal yesterday. It was more a gameplay mechanic issue where the defender doesn't attack the ball, but still, I'll leave him out of the side for now. Right, Crystal Palace to start, and then we'll take it from there. Do drop the video a like, though, if you enjoy, and if you're looking forward to the rest of the season. Standing in our way this afternoon, Loris Karius in goal, Kelly, Dan, Tompkins and Naka, Honorat, Kuyate, McCarthy, MacArthur and Alione in a 5-man midfield with Borja Mayoral up top. Last time Martin Kelly played for Palace against this, he was impassable. I'm hoping that that's not the case today. Honorat, down the right. Inside there to Kuyate. Calvin Phillips just marshalling him, but they've still worked it very well. James McCarthy has a number of options. Probably going to stumble over McCarthy and MacArthur's names throughout this episode, but we'll see what we can do. Did well enough there defensively. Oh, but Kuyate is too strong as we tried to drop the shoulder on him. Borja Mayoral just lost possession there. That was poor from him. Out there to Jack Clark. We are going to miss the pace of Adama Traore, but there's no reason why we can't bring him on off the bench to still try and utilise that. Been people in the comment section begging me to start Jamie Shackleton. I don't know what videos you guys have been watching or how attentive you've been, but Jamie Shackleton has played like 8 games in a row for me now in a starting position in centre mid. So you can stop asking him to play every week. He has been. Been really confusing to see people keep asking me to play a player that is playing. But I thought I'd just bring that up in commentary rather than just replying to people in the comment section, because people still seemingly are getting confused about who's in the starting lineup. Here's Jared Bowen, and over there is Jack Clark, and I'll lift it into the middle. Oh, but Callum Wilson isn't quite tall enough. That's Martin Kelly to Kuyate. Kelly down the line to Borja Mayoral. Oh, it's a really dangerous delivery. Shackleton's clearance isn't the best. MacArthur to Ganaka. Good strength shown. Really good strength shown. Good dribbling too. Win that. Oh, Gazaniga's gotten there, but he's still on the floor. The ball drops. That hit McCarthy. Not sure if he was onside. He wasn't. He was off. Palace look dangerous here. This is going to be a real tough game trying to defend from them. Other than that Callum Wilson outstretched leg, I haven't had the opportunity at the other end yet. Far too busy trying to defend my own goal than I am getting the ball towards theirs. McCarthy, Kelly. Oh, Jesus, they're playing the ball about nicely. McCarthy, I read that, thank you. I'll have that back. Oh, calm as you like. Just play it about and get rid of it. There we go. Clark, inside to Bowen. Here's Shackleton. Oh, it's a brilliant ball by Jamie Shackleton. And Jack Clark is in behind. And I've got Callum Wilson. I've also got Ryan Kent. You are kidding me. Why has he run past the ball? That makes no sense. He's not changed his run at all to accommodate for where the ball's going. He's just kept running. I can't believe we haven't scored there. What on earth is Ryan Kent doing there? He's on your right. Inside to Kuyate. He's been the guy to go to for them on Iraq on that far side. Every single time they come forward until now, when they're using Alione for the first time, they've used Onura on that far right-hand side, and he's been absolutely horrid to play against. I keep coming down my right-hand side as well. Everything's gone through Jack Clark recently. Oh, it's a good ball. It's a brilliant block. And Ben White will just get rid. Anywhere will do for me right now. Trying to defend against his Crystal Palace side. Tompkins recovers possession and McCarthy will get it back to Ganaka. Try and bring Porro across. Alione turns well. Try not to foul him and give away a free kick. Porro got a foot in once, but the ball wouldn't fall for him. And here's MacArthur. Kuyate. Onira. He's got options. Oh, fancy turn. Brilliant finish. The little flick from Onira is superb. And I'm not sure who it was that finished it. It was Borja Mayoral. We had them when he was here and he had nowhere to go. I felt very comfortable, but that little Cruyff turn flick, and then the power on the finish from Mayoral is just so high that Gazaniga's gotten down to it, but he can't get it away in time. Brilliant finish from Borja Mayoral, and a moment of genius from the Frenchman for Crystal Palace. I believe he's French anyway. The way that his name's been pronounced by the commentators certainly sounds French with Onura, but we'll find out at a later date. Ryan Kent could help us get an instant equaliser. He could have given us a 1-0 lead earlier on. He could still... Is that a pen? The ball had gone and the man got caught there. I want to have another look at that. Ryan Kent turns his side. I get a bit lucky here that the ball falls back to me. But then the ball is gone there. And then he goes again, Tompkins, trying to clear it. But the first one, yes, he's won the ball. Here, this one there, he wins the ball. That's fine. But then he goes again and tries to clear it. And he does get a toe to it by the looks of things. But that, I mean, make your own decision up. Is that a foul? Has he gone through the man to get to the ball there? I think we should have a penalty there. I'm obviously slightly biased though, so feel free to let me know your own conclusions in the comment section down below. But I think I should have a penalty there. I'm going to make a change. Phillips to Wilson. Back there to Phillips again. Shackleton's gone through there. And it's a good ball to him. Jack Clark. Oh, this is superb! No, off the post! Can you believe it? A brilliantly worked move. Would have been a very just equaliser. Oh, man! That was such a good move. Best thing we've put together for at least this game, if not a couple of episodes. That was really nicely built. But it just wouldn't come together for me. That's terrible from Callum Wilson. Absolutely woeful from him there. Awful ball around the corner. That's annoyed me so much I'm going to take him off. Oh, but he might not have... He might still play the majority of the game because the ball might not go out of play for a little while. 10 minutes to go to try and find this equaliser. Again, I feel hard done by to be behind in this game. I feel like we've played well enough to be at least level. We're in a real sticky patch of form right now where despite good performances, results aren't going our way. But at the end of the day, it is a results business. Oh, and that's going to reach the man and it's going to be 2-0. He deserves a goal, to be fair. Onuai has been superb. Not sure about the keeper's positioning, though. He's there at the near post and then... I'm not sure about Gazaniga's movement there. What even is that? He's come out and then he's taken a step to the left, which opens up the near post, and that's where he puts the ball. That's questionable. 2-0 Crystal Palace. And just like the game against Watford, we're going to lose by 2-0 when we really don't deserve that. No, it was 2-1 actually against Watford, wasn't it? We pulled one back through Adama Traore. But still, we're going to lose a game that I really don't feel like we deserve to lose. Jack Clark is doing really well here. We will deliver the ball into the middle. Keeper punches clear there, Karius, and we won't be able to resurrect? We won't be able to get possession back. Oh, fucking hell. I can't believe it. Don't deserve that loss. Deserve at least a point from this. I'm desperately unlucky not to get it. I know I keep harping on about performances being good and results not going our way. I know I did the same yesterday with the Brighton and Watford games, but I'm playing well, which is more than I could say for some of the games earlier on in the season, and certainly more than I could say for a number of the games last year. We still just can't get the results. How have we only had one shot in that game? I felt like I was so dangerous at times. I can't believe that. The stats feel like a lie. I mean, it's not like Porro was poor. It was a tough match. I'm not sure where we went wrong. Again, loss against Crystal Palace. We'll learn from it. I'm playing really well. I can't seem to get results. You literally started that game, Callum, so I don't know what you're complaining about. Chelsea next. We're still 13th, but the more we get defeats and start dropping points, the closer the relegation zone will become again. We'd better break the bad streak. Prefer not to get into the mind games, to be fair. It is Chelsea. There's no point getting into mind games against Chelsea, is there? So responsibility to try and turn things around the way things have been going recently. That's 3 defeats in our last 4 games. Pretty sure it's 3 defeats in our last 4 games. Loss, draw, loss. Oh, no, it's 3 defeats in our last 5 games with 2 draws in between. Chelsea and Leicester as the next 2 as we run up to January. Going to have to slightly rotate for both of these games as well because of the nature of the fixture list. Fair, Joe really wanted to play and he's going to get the opportunity now. And actually, I think that'll do. Let's give Fredericks a start over Porro. Been bringing him up in the media. We'll give him a go. Aspi, Zuma, Christensen and Alonso sat in front of Kepa. Bakayoko and Kante, Moses, Barkley, Kennedy with Morata up top. Stronger starting lineup this time than the last time we played them. But their weak link Alonso is still there. So Adama might have a field day again. We got a big win against Chelsea last time we played them. Unexpectedly, obviously, but I'll try and do it again. Kante. Oh, he's driving forward into Ross Barkley. Morata. Looking for Barkley again, but I was asking a bit much of him there, I think. Jamie Shackleton. Oh, talk about catching Marcus Alonso out. He was expecting the ball to come to feet. It's gone in behind. Adama Traore is practically uncatchable, and this should be a simple first goal, but Kepa just keeps it out. Jared Bowen not able to give us a 1-0 lead. Another opportunity I feel I really should have tucked away. And now they're going to catch me in behind if they'd have gone to Kennedy earlier, but they didn't. They delayed it. Fredericks into Adama. Bowen spin Barkley, who was closing me down there. See, we're playing some really, really sumptuous football. This is expertly done, but I can't score. Flick that on. Well done, Jared. Augustin, let fly. Oh! A rocket! Jean-Kevin Augustin! Wow! Flicked back by Jared Bowen. Augustin takes a touch and lets fly. Goal of the season material right there at Stamford Bridge. What a strike! Pick that out, Kepa. 1-0 leads. Jeez. Barkley. All right, calm down, Ross. Morata's options, but Ben White read the potential pass. And look at Alonso again. They haven't learnt their lesson, Chelsea. We destroyed them down the right-hand side with Adama Traore in behind Marcus Alonso at Ellen Road. And so far, Adama's had the run of that right-hand side, the field, again in this one. Morata trying not to foul him here. Ben White does well to intercept again. Bowen will just calmly get the ball away. We're playing really, really well and actually have the lead now to show that. You might have been offside there, Tyler Roberts, and indeed he was. Frustrating, because that was another brilliant counter-attack from Jamie Shackleton. Kennedy driving in towards the box. Oh, and he's done Ben White there. Oh, it's a foul. I tried to step in and steal the ball away as I thought Kante was going to push forward, and he didn't. He played the 1-2, and I've nailed him. I've absolutely flattened N'Golo Kante there. Nailed on Stone Waller. Alvaro Morata hits the post. Chelsea with the most obvious opportunity you will ever get to score a goal from the penalty spot, and they miss it. There's your chance, Chelsea, and you've ballsed it up. That was kind of pretty similar to the sort of thing that I do in that situation, isn't it, to be fair? Bowen, Adama, Augustin, good strength. Here's Nangolan. I'll go back centrally, actually, but Kante is quite close to me, so we'll get it away from the feet quickly. Adama, Augustin. Bakayoko is so strong, but Augustin's holding his own. Oh, it's left foot. I should have delayed slightly in shooting and let him take it on his right. I rushed it, just trying to get the shot away to ensure I had the chance. Unfortunately, 10 minutes into the second half, we still lead. That's a lovely ball for Kennedy, but Fredericks... I'm not sure what happened there. Let's have a closer look, shall we? So, Ryan Fredericks goes to slide tackle from behind, and I mean, I pressed B to do like the pull on the shirt or stand tackle, and he slid, presumably to try and clear it, because that's what the instruction would have told him to do, rather than the stand tackle. Catches the back of Kennedy, and then has a, well, let's just call it a moment, where on his knees, throws himself 4 foot in the air. That's like belly button height. And I mean, that's dramatic. That is, that's as dramatic as you could possibly get. I'm going to take a screenshot of that, put it on Twitter. Don't think you could get any more dramatic than that. It's a corner to Chelsea regardless. And actually, I'm going to make a change. Shackleton is getting slightly tired there. So let's take him off and bring Phillips on. And hopefully he can help us hold on to this lead. Bring Jack Clark on for Traore as well. And Porro, not there. Porro for Malacia. Right, let's hold on to this 1-0 lead as long as we possibly can. Hopefully till the end of the game. Kennedy with the delivery. Christian Pulisic has come on for them. So a bit more pace, a bit more trickery. Oh, and it could have been a bit more goal threat as well, but that was deflected. Kennedy to deliver again. It's decent again, but flicked away by Riedewald. To Pulisic again. Is he going to try and shoot? Oh, brilliant turn. Oh, gyro. That was really, really, really needed. Thank you, mate, because Pulisic tore me apart there. 25 minutes to go. Still, we have a 1-0 lead, but I'm now absolutely terrified of Christian Pulisic. Here's Kante. Out to David Neres, who's come on here on the left-hand side for Chelsea. They're going to work the ball out wide. They worked it one side with Pulisic. Now they're trying to do it on the other side with Neres, or both sides at once. Jesus, Christian Pulisic is so difficult to defend against. Clearance by Ben White. It'll be another Chelsea corner with 15 minutes to go. Unbelievable. Pulisic's footwork. It's next level. That's a good delivery. Phillips is up, but not necessarily away. Kante into the box. White in the way again and cleared away from danger. Can we get to that with Augustin? No. Back come Chelsea again. This has been one hell of a fixture at Stamford Bridge and a lot more even than the game at Ellen Road. Bakayoko to Kante to Bakayoko. Morata, you're not going to do a Harry Kane. Thank you very much. We'll get that away. Counter-attack. Augustin, you gonna make me a run that I can use? He's made a run. Can I use it? Yes. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. No! Kepa with a great stop. Nangolan, look for a 1-2. Bowen will keep hold of possession. We'll look for Tyler Roberts through there. There is Jean-Kevin Augustin, who's turned past one but can't get past Bakayoko. 8 minutes to go. Still 1-0, but it is all action at Stamford Bridge. Bakayoko to Ep8 to Pulisic. Heavy touch. Phillips went for the ball, couldn't quite get there. Pushed out wide here, Pulisic. Ball lofted in. Again, White's in the way. Throw for Chelsea. They got any changes left? Yes, Bartley going off and Mariki coming on. I don't know who Vedat Mariki is. Wait and see if he's any good. Not that he's got much time to try and make an impact. Morata getting a little bit fancy, but that's not going to help you get through my defensive line, lads. Get rid of that, please. Oh, he hasn't. Pulisic! It had to be him, didn't it? Brilliant volley by Christian Pulisic. But should we have cleared that as the ball popped up into the box here? I tried to clear it. I just couldn't get there. And Mariki is the man that nodded that down. The lofted ball in was perfect, as was the volleyed finish. Sliced off the outside of his foot. Kind of expected him to go across goal, but it's gone through the keeper. And that's 1-1 in the 89th minute. And to be fair, with the way that they've played in this second half, Chelsea deserved that point. Oh, I thought we were going to do them again, but we haven't been able to in the end. Game might not yet be over. Neres looking to run on the outside of Fredericks. A little back heel. Marcos Alonso to Neres again. I'm getting nervy now. Alonso into the middle. Clark gets the block on it. And despite the fact we're now in the 94th minute, with just 2 added on, as ever, on FIFA, the referee allows the corner to be taken. Pulisic delivers. Away, please. Jack Clark does well, and that should be game. Oh, a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge that is earned by both teams. That's probably the most action-packed game we've had so far this season. That was incredible to play. Hopefully, it was an entertaining watch as well. That was mental. Absolutely insane. I felt like I was barely taking a breather throughout that. Riedewald played really well in that game, apart from giving away the penalty, but that perhaps is my fault for timing the challenge poorly. I'm not sure how long we are without a win now, how many games, but it's certainly a while. The late Chelsea wasn't part of it. That's football. That's football. What can you do? Let's see. When was our last victory? It was a while ago. We went 13 games without a win at the end of last season. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games without a win. Norwich was our last victory. So far we haven't won at all in December. You're welcome for all the football, Adama. More than welcome. And Bradley Price wants out, so we're going to have to call him up now from the youth academy. That's not a problem. Where are you, Mr. Price? 5'8" wing back. Really doesn't look that good. None of my youngsters have really grown as much as I hoped they would. When we do the Road to Glory series with Cambridge United, the full League 2 Road to Glory series. What was the last one I did? as the goalkeepers. The full Road to Glory series, we will certainly be putting a big emphasis on the youth products because they'll come through about the same rating as my first team, and that's always a big part of the RTG series. You guys always tend to enjoy that. So that will be coming, of course. Maybe after this Leeds series, maybe after one more abroad, I'll probably put it to a vote. But it's Leicester at home next as we try and pick up a win. The gap is still 8 points to the relegation zone, so we're doing enough to keep our heads above water so far. I want to try and turn our form around. We need to get some points on the board, to go with our performances to try and tempt people to actually come and sign for us. We need to prove that we're a team worthy of playing for. I'm going to put Ryan Kent there and Tyler Roberts into the middle. Calvin Phillips can start. And I'll give Danny Rose a game ahead of Malacia. Right, come on then. Leicester at home up next. Danny Ward in goal for Leicester again. Pereira, Evans, Soyuncu and Chilwell. Very familiar looking Leicester back four. Adrian Silva, Mendy and Tielemans, Ayoze Perez, Sanabria and Harvey Barnes. They've not done much in the transfer windows, have they, Leicester? Barnes, Sanabria. Calvin Phillips does well to cut that out, but his attempted pass to set up a quick counter is picked off. Now Ayoze Perez on the right-hand side has the opportunity to cause us problems again. Ricardo Pereira, one of the best right-backs in the Premier League. Adrian Silva into the middle and away by Ben White. What a rock he has been in today's episode. Ben White was one of the players that's been with us throughout the course of this entire save, and one that's played almost every single game for us throughout the course of this entire save. I have a funny feeling that Ben White at some point will be earning the captain's armband in this team because he is an absolute monster at centre-back for me. Cannot rate him highly enough. I'm not sure what his potential is total, but with dynamic potential and consistent good performances, he deserves to wear the captain's armband sooner rather than later because he is becoming one of the best players we've had in a Leeds United shirt. Get to that, Danny. Get to that, Danny. Oh, he tried. He's put Ricardo Pereira off at least and then does win it back. Ryan Kent, counter. Ricardo Pereira is fast enough to probably keep up with me. Get the inside there to Tyler Roberts. Jamie Shackleton's pushing forward. Jamie loves a bit of it. Will lift that. Looking for Callum Wilson. It's a perfect ball. I am so done. Callum Wilson does not have any luck with the woodwork this season. He came back into a game not too long ago after a spell on the sidelines and hit both posts with one shot. He hit the post at the end of the game in the last episode and has now hit the post again here. And I can't recall if he hit the post earlier on in today's video as well. Certainly he's hit it there. Ben White in the way. Perez, Gazzaniga just bats it away. He's starting to get a little bit questionable, Gazzaniga. I am starting to worry. It could really do with Engels' positioning getting better so that I can start playing him and replace my starting goalkeeper. Tielemans does what Callum Wilson should have done. Buries it first time. 1-0 Leicester. Rose. Inside to Tyler Roberts. Shackleton. Wilson. Adama. Oh, he's been able to bump Chilwell off it once. Oh. But he recovers. He might well applaud himself. That was very good defending. Oh, it's not the best of corners, though. It's not the best of clearances either. Wouldn't let me change player to the taller man that was there, annoyingly. Porro and Kulu. Oh, fancy. Not necessarily needed, but I guess it works. Tyler Roberts, you haven't scored for a while. He still hasn't. Oh, Adama with a fancy flick too. That one, probably the only way that he could have gotten that back. Brilliant footwork by Jamie Shackleton. I just can't get it under control properly enough to be able to turn it around and get another chance. Tyler Roberts with a good opportunity there, but unfortunately not able to take it. And Callum Wilson, he just can't get any luck, can he? Trying his absolute best to get a goal here. Just won't go for him. Oh, you feel for the man because he is trying his absolute hardest to bag goals for us. Just won't go in for him. Or me. Nice ball down the line to Ayoze Perez. And a good ball in. Oh, and Harvey Barnes brings it down. That was far too easy for Leicester. He's in so much space there, Harvey Barnes. A quick second goal for them. Lovely cross. And he's just in so much space. He was never going to miss. 2-0 down at home against Leicester. I did hear a couple of boos from the crowd there. Certainly hope the Leicester faithful aren't starting to get a little bit frustrated or discontented in the watching crowd. Don't want to start losing the fans here because we're having a better season than we did last year and playing better football than we did last year. And we are showing progression as a side. So despite the fact this is going to be 7 games without a win, I'm still happy with the progress of the team overall. But we do need to halt this run sooner rather than later. And hopefully the January transfer window will help us do that. Tielemans tries to fancy and it doesn't work. That was supposed to go to the right back, but thankfully Jack Clark brings that down. 25 minutes to go. I'll try and fight back, but we've been in this position a couple of times recently, and it's never really gone all the way back. We've brought 2-0 deficits back to 2-1 a couple of times, but to fully turn it around, I think it's probably just outside of our reach, unless we score sooner rather than later, which we could do if this move keeps going the way it is. But Chilwell has been brilliant at left back for them today. Wilson is going to come off for Augustin. I'm going to bring Bowen on for Roberts. And we're going to go for it. Drive forward with Jamie. And then in front of Jared. Good touch and turn, but he's closely marked by Adrian Silva. Shackleton forward into Augustin. I'll poke that there, and Jared Bowen will break into the box. And Bowen can't pull us one back. Brilliant save by Danny Ward. Another chance that we really should have put away. I had full confidence in Jared Bowen there. That was going in the back of the net. I was already planning in my head how I was going to phrase the reaction. Oh, I could have tried the same thing again. If Augustin could have brought that under control. We're going to get to that first. And Danny Rose wins that header nicely. Again, I can't say I haven't had the chances in this game. We're just not scoring goals. Callum Wilson hits the post. Jared Bowen has a really good chance. And the keeper makes a good save. And if both of those go in, then we get a point from this game. But neither does go in. And we find ourselves getting another frustrating defeat. Just seconds to go. So Soyuncu going off, making a defensive change, which is odd. You're 2-0 up. You don't need to do that unless they're really hoping to keep hold of that clean sheet. Or it's just wasting time, perhaps. Tielemans into Adrian Silva. He's gone for goal. Gazaniga bats it away. And we're in stoppage time at the end of the game. And that's that. Going to be 2-0 Leicester. Or maybe 3. Maybe 3! Jeeps. Oh, it just won't let me end the game, will they? Leicester, get out. Volley that, go on. Jeez, if that had gone in. Thought Augustin's goal against Chelsea was goal of the season contender. That would have been goal of the season, hands down. Might have given him the award there and then. Another defeat in a game where we had chances that we could and should have taken to get something from the game. Seven matches without a win. Need to think hard. Need to be a bit more composed in front of goal, perhaps. I'll say the blame is mine. I'll take it on the chin personally. It's not like the players aren't creating the chances. We are creating the chances, but perhaps it's me not putting them away. I'm not sure. Keepers have been playing well recently, that's for sure. You're doing great, Calvin. Keep going, mate. Right, we'll get ourselves to the 1st of January. And we'll see what money we have available to spend, because we will be losing a couple of players. The report is fine. Transfer window. Blah, blah, blah. Have the players that were supposed to leave us left us? Yes, Dallas is gone. As is player transfer. Dallas Alioski. Haha. Alioski was the one that went. Oh, that took a little while to figure out, didn't it? So I have not much transfer budget-wise, 13.5 million. And once we've made the pre-contract signing of one of these 3, we'll have even less. And I don't feel like I want to sell to buy at this stage, because you can see how thin the squad is on numbers. I'm going to wait till... We're probably going to have to wait until the summer to buy. But I'm going to need your help picking which of those 3 players we sign. And if I get an offer for a player in January that I would consider, then I am open to selling to buy, but unless it's going to have to be a big bid for a player that isn't really that good for me to consider it. But certainly, I'm going to want to make a pre-contract signing in tomorrow's episode, and I'm going to need you guys to tell me which one to make. So please tell me which one to make in the comment section down below. Drop the video a like, make sure you thumbs up, comments in the comment section so I know which one is the most popular signing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the January transfer window.